Yeah, in a minute. Good morning, everybody. The January 21st, 2026 meeting of the City Council is called to order. The meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded and can be viewed live on City of Las Vegas TV on Cox Cable Channel 2. You can also watch the meeting live online and access other city content by visiting lasvegasnevada.gov/connect. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on the City of Las Vegas TV on the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m. and also on Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 5 p.m. The building is protected by a state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system. If alarms should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate the building using the exits at the back of the chambers, out to the mezzanine, proceed out the double doors to the terrace, and down the back staircase. For anyone that has difficulty with stairs, please check with the marshal or fire official for assistance. Once outside, assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First Street. Employees wearing safety vests or our city marshals will inform you when it is safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related to the items on the agenda, citizen participation, and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you can complete and submit to the city clerk. Cards are available in the clerk's office or at the rear of our chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizens participation, or specified public hearing items. If there is anyone present today that has a need for hearing impaired equipment, please see the city clerk staff. And please note, if you are parked in the parking garage across the street, a self-validation machine is located at the foyer between council chambers and the security desks you walk through to enter these chambers. You must have your ticket with you to use the machine. If you do not have your ticket, see security personnel when exiting for a validation coupon. Before we proceed with the agenda, would everyone please rise for the invocation given by Reverend Wanda Floyd, Love Metropolitan Community Church, and please remain standing as good morning, as we do the pledge.
Good morning. Let us pray. Gracious God, we give thanks for those gathered here today, called together for such a time as this. May they be aware of your presence as they speak and listen with intention. May the work before them promote peace, equity, and the well-being of all who call this city home. Grant them the grace to listen with open hearts, respectful spirits, and without judgment. May they remain mindful of the responsibility entrusted to them, carrying it with humility and care. Grant clarity of mind, integrity of heart, and a deep commitment to justice as they deliberate today. May every decision honor the dignity of all who live in Las Vegas, especially those whose voices are too often unheard. Let thoughtful dialogue, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to fairness guide every conversation and choice. May this council's work strengthen our community and help shape a more just and welcoming city for all. We offer this prayer in the name of love and all that is holy. Amen.
And would you, Reverend, lead us in the pledge?
Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now I would ask my fellow city council members to join me for our ceremonials. the ceremonial portion of our council agenda. And for our first item, I want to invite our Executive Director of Community Development, Seth Floyd, to join us. Is Seth? Okay. Our employees strive to meet our values of being kind, committed, and smart, and they work to build our community to make life better. I am so proud to announce that the Employee of the Month is Nick Gonzalez. Nick, would you please join us? Congratulations. Nick is a code enforcement officer, and he has been with the city since 2016. As a code enforcement officer, Nick is always out in the community working closely with the public. Our code enforcement officers are some of the city employees most in contact with our public. On April 29th, 2025, Nick was flagged down by a person while on his way to a call. The resident told Nick that there was an individual nearby who was unconscious. Nick quickly called 911 and then went to check on the individual to see if he could render aid. Nick found an unconscious individual who was not breathing. Nick immediately began CPR and was able to revive the resident. Las Vegas Fire and Rescue soon arrived and took over treatment and got the resident to the hospital. Nick likely saved this individual's life, and we want to thank him for his quick thinking in an emergency situation. Nick, everyone that knows you maintain a positive attitude and exemplifies our values of kind, committed, and smart. Nick, thank you for so much for helping a fellow resident and for being an amazing representative of the city of Las Vegas. And now I'd like to give Seth an opportunity to say a few words, and then we'll hear from Nick and have a photo. Seth?
Thank you, Mayor. Seth Floyd, Executive Director of Community Development. And I see that Nick has a notebook, so I'm assuming he has notes. So I don't want to steal any. No, we'll see. But when I first heard this story, I was not surprised that someone in code enforcement would take the initiative to resolve whatever was in front of them. One thing I learned when I took over code enforcement is that they're on the front lines of a lot of things. They see a lot of different issues. They have to go into people's property. They are the front lines of customer service, but when there's an emergency, they're also on the front lines of that too. And I think what we hope and expect all of our employees to do is that we will respond and that we'll provide that high level of service like Nick did. Now, hopefully none of us have to be in that situation very often, but I'm glad that Nick responded the way that he did, and like I said, I wasn't surprised. I want to acknowledge a few people. Would the code enforcement team stand up? And for the council, these are the folks who are out there doing this work on a daily basis, so I appreciate that. And I know Nick's family is here. Nick has very good genes, so it's not really a surprise that Nick is in this role. Nick's mom and dad both were city employees. His dad, Public Works, is that right? Public Works. And his mom, when I started here, was our HR rep for community development. So she guided me through my first few interviews and did an outstanding job and retired recently. So Nick, thank you very much. You certainly do embody the values we have of being kind, committed, and smart. I know you have a team behind you, but let me turn it over to you and you can go through your notebook.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor and Council. I would just like to start by thanking God for blessing me with an amazing job where I am able to serve the community I have called home my entire life. It's been about 6.5 years since I had the honor of standing at this podium to receive this recognition, and I am extremely grateful today to have the opportunity again because it enables me to share a little bit of what code enforcement does for the city of Las Vegas. I work alongside a staff of highly talented individuals who, on a daily basis, exemplify the city's core values of being kind, committed, and smart. In these past 6.5 years, I have learned so much. I've built professional relationships internally and externally across the jurisdiction, and if there is one thing I have found to be constant and true, it's that code enforcement is a team effort, and without my team, I can't do my job. Though I was alone that day when someone needed help, I know that anyone else on my team would have done the same thing, because that's what we do at code enforcement. We rise to the occasion, we adapt, we wear many hats and fill many shoes needed to fulfill the many duties and obligations we have in order to serve this community. Some days we are a counselor mediating a civil matter for residents. Some days we are field inspectors investigating safety hazards and community concerns. And others we're an open ear to listen to a citizen who just wants to share their thoughts and opinion. And like me that day, we are even emergency medical service for someone truly in need. I wanted to try and keep this short, and so before I close, I would like to share a quote I came across that continues to resonate with me every day. This quote is by the famous reformed convict and now successful actor, philanthropist, and advocate, Danny Trejo. Everything good that has ever happened to me has happened as a direct result of helping someone else. Thank you to my parents who continue to support and encourage me to grow. Thank you to the City of Las Vegas for making our home so great. Thank you to my Department of Community Development. Thank you to my managers, supervisors, and support staff. And most importantly, thank you to my team of code enforcement officers. This one's for us.
Thank you. Hi. Could you, why don't you give it to him? Okay, why don't we go up? Oh, okay. Why don't we come and get a picture? Yes, and we want you to have the plaque.
I used to work at Bellagio Pool. It was a standard. Yeah, we had to.
Would you like to have your whole team?
Yes.
That's fine. I'll come back here. Right.
You guys come on over here. We're gonna have to balance it out. There you go.
Okay, are we all in? He's gonna come in like actually. Oh no, he's got to move on.
Hey, Nick, why you gotta be so generous?
Congratulations, well done.
Okay. Yes. For our final item, it is my pleasure to recognize an incredible group that helps so many of our in our community. Please join me in welcoming the Junior League of Las Vegas to join us at the podium. Yeah, give it a... The Junior League of Las Vegas, together with its predecessor, the Service League of Las Vegas, is celebrating 80 years of service to the Las Vegas community. The organization has been instrumental in founding numerous nonprofits and in improving the community through the thousands of volunteer hours contributed by its members. I've known so many Junior League members, and I know how very committed they are to the community, and I'm so very grateful. Junior League League of Las Vegas is made up of more than 500 very exciting and diverse women from across the Las Vegas Valley. Some of the Junior League's many projects include a partnership with the Shannon West Homeless Youth Center, annual drives for Thanksgiving meals and holiday gifts for children, and donating thousands of dollars annually to educators through its Education Grants program. I want to thank all of you and all of your members for everything you do for our city, and we'd be very happy to hear a few words.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us today. My name is Christina Velarde, and I have the privilege of serving as the president of the Junior League of Las Vegas. As our wonderful mayor mentioned, we began in 1946 with just a handful of women and have grown to over 500 members, all volunteers. We are an organization with one part-time employee, and everything else that you see happen is volunteer-driven. Organizations you know and love: Help of Southern Nevada, Shade Tree Women's Shelter, Ronald McDonald House, Discovery Children's Museum, all began their lives because somebody in Junior League saw a problem and decided to do something about it. And we are so grateful to be continuing that 80-year legacy here in Southern Nevada. So thank you so much for having us today.
I want to thank Miss Levy for reminding me that this is the 80th anniversary, and I'm so impressed by that. I can hardly believe it, but the reality is I thought after 80 years you deserve some recognition from your city council. So at this time, let me give you, what do we have to give them? Nothing. I am giving you my grateful appreciation for everything you do. And if you don't mind joining us at the front of the podium, we'll have a wonderful picture to remember this. Thank you. Another round of applause.
Here's to 80 more years. Our community needs it. I won't be here, but Emily. I thought I recognized you. How was your birthday?
That is pretty amazing. Okay. Oops. Okay. We will restart the reconvene in about 1 minute. automatically go off? Okay. All right.
Which would you prefer?
Oh, whatever you're
Cold
not
water
gonna
or
have.
room temperature hint?
Room temperature, and thank you. Unless you wanted it. No. Okay. Okay. We are reconvening with agenda item number 7. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card or who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium and state your name for the record. This is your opportunity to address the council, but the council is not able to respond or engage in dialogue. We will set the time limit at 2 minutes. Is there anybody wishing to speak to the city council? Welcome. Hello.
Happy birthday, Mayor.
Thank you.
75 years young.
Oh,
Hey, you're looking great, young lady. You're looking great.
thank you.
And the great council. My name is Eric Melchizedek Christ Nimrod. Dr. Martin Luther King had a dream that his children and all children would grow up and have be judged by the content of their character and not by the color of their skin. My twin brother Jesus Christ proclaimed in John the 14th chapter, the 20th verse, at that day, what day? The day he conquered death and the Roman cross. Religious people call that day Easter, Bunny Day. I call it Victory Day. Christ said, at that day, you will know that I am in my Father in me, and I in you. As long as religious people do not worship the God in them, they will continue to judge themselves and each other by the color of the skin. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Is there anybody else? Oh, go right ahead.
Yeah, agenda number 22, I'm in pure agreement with the construction of the soccer field and the tot lot and other amenities. Save the children.
Thank you so much. Is there anybody else that wishes to speak to the council? Seeing no one, we will move on to item number 8. For possible action, any items from the 9:30 a.m. session that the council staff and/or applicant wish to be stricken, tabled, withdrawn, and held in abeyance to a future meeting may be brought forward and acted upon at this time. Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mayor. I have several items to read, starting now. Number 10, exercise the first option term to extend the master services agreement between the City of Las Vegas and the Mayor's Fund for Life. There's an abeyance request by our Deputy City Manager Newby until the February 4th, 2026 City Council meeting. Item number 16, parking lease agreement between KLA Capital Series 7 LLC and the City of Las Vegas, a 19-space parking lot located at 1127 South Casino Boulevard. There's a request by staff to strike that item. Item number 20, award of contract number 26, MWB 149TF, consulting services agreement for data and evaluation management services recommended to University of Nevada, Reno. There's an abeyance request by the city manager to the February 4th, 2026 City Council meeting. Item number 51, 25-0483, VAR1, applicant owner is Guadalupe Genoveva Ramirez, appeal of the denial by the Planning Commission on 0.15 acres at 86 Page Street. There's an abeyance request to February 18th, 2026 by the applicant. And 52A through 52C, 25-0335, GPA1, ZON1, SDR1, applicant is Integrity Concrete LLC, owner is Coleman Street LLC on 1.42 acres at southwest corner of Ricky Road and Tom Boulevard. There's a withdrawal without prejudice request by the applicant, and that will be my motion.
Thank you so much. Shall we vote on the motion? Please post. everybody good? All right, motion carries. Agenda item 9, for possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the December 17th, 2025 regular city council meeting. Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Please vote. Post. Post. Not posting. Are we all yeas? All right, motion carries. Thank you so much. Agenda item number 10. Items number 10 through 36 are on the consent agenda, but items 10 and 20 were held in abeyance to the February 4th City Council meeting, and item 16 was stricken. We will also pull item 36 to be heard with items 37 and 38. The remaining items are considered to be routine, are recommended for approval by the departments, and may be enacted in one motion. Are there any other items the council wishes to bring forward? Seeing none, Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion for the consent agenda for items 11 through 35?
Madam Mayor, move to approve the consent agenda items 11 through 35 with the exceptions of 10, 16, and 20.
All right, please vote. Post. Motion carries. Agenda item let's see. We will now hear related items 36 through 38 together, but act on them separately. Agenda item 36, R-6-2026, for possible action to approve a resolution consenting to certain undertakings of the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency in connection with the agency reimbursement agreement between the agency and Same Page LLC concerning the reimbursement of the cost of certain tenant improvements in connection with a retail lease between the City of Las Vegas and tenant for certain real property located at 70 East Bonneville, Suite 150. It's in the best interest of the public and to be in compliance with and furtherance of the goals and objectives of the City of Las Vegas Downtown Master Plan. Agenda item 37, public hearing regarding the fair market value lease rate of the City of Las Vegas owned Civic Plaza retail suites based on a market rent analysis regarding 2 retail spaces as part of the Downtown Civic Plaza Appraisal Report, November 10th, 2025, conducted by Southwest Property Consultants, which is in anticipation of leasing the 22,630 square feet located at 70 East Bonneville Avenue, Suite 150. Agenda item 38, R-7-2026, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution consenting to certain undertakings of the City of Las Vegas in connection with the retail lease agreement between the City of Las Vegas and Same Page LLC doing business as Boom Bang Fine Food and Cocktails concerning the retail lease located at 70 East Bonneville Avenue, Suite 150. It's in the best interest of the public and to be in compliance with and furtherance of the goals and objectives of the City of Las Vegas Downtown Master Plan. These items are in the redevelopment area 1, Ward 3, Ms. Diaz. This item 37 is a public hearing, which I now declare open. Ms. Babsky.
Thank you, Mayor, City Council members. Dina Babsky, Director of Economic and Urban Development for the city. And with me here today at the podium is Ms. Elia Abumrad, the owner of the original Boom Bang in Henderson. Welcome.
Thank you.
Before I go into the presentation, I'm going to read some of the accolades that Ms. Abumrad actually has, because it's quite an impressive list. Elia was a finalist on Emmy Award-winning series Top Chef. She was also featured on Top Chef Masters, the Food Network shows 24 and 24, Last Chef Standing, and Beat Bobby Flay. Very impressive. Congratulations. So for your consideration today is a long-term lease with Ms. Amabrad for her second location, Boom Bang, here in downtown Las Vegas. The lease itself is going to be for the retail space in Building B, which is our commercial building with our wonderful tenants like Vegas Chamber, Workforce Connections, and the Secretary of State. And so this would be a great addition to the building. The total space is 2,630 square feet. It is currently in gray shell, so there's going to be a lot of tenant improvement build-out required. The lease term is a 12-year lease with 2 options to renew for 5 years each. And the lease value overall for the initial 12 years is a little over $1.5 million. If all approved today, the construction will start on the tenant improvements, and we would anticipate opening in 2026. So this is the interior floor plan. Again, this is obviously just conceptual now, but the plans are already in place, and Elia worked really closely with our Public Works Department. I'm going to let her talk about the actual restaurant. Some of the conceptual, I guess, visuals for what the place will look like. We're very excited because it's going to be very upscale, very warm palette. Again, I will let Elliot talk more about that. This is just for the lease consideration itself. And most importantly, what are we going to eat there? There's going to be modern diner staples, classic French bistro cuisine, Mexican cafe culture. But then again, most importantly, there's going to be a bar there. So they're going to be wine, beer, as well as a very exciting bar training program. I would very much like Ms. Elliott to talk about that a little bit, and fresh and seasonally minded crafted cocktails. What I wanted to go back to is the agency reimbursement agreement from the redevelopment meeting. Essentially, the redevelopment agency, just like we did with all the other tenants in the building, we are contributing $1 million towards the construction of the tenant improvements. Obviously, Ms. Elliott is going to be investing a lot more than $1 million. This is just a portion to help her with some of the costs. And then the $300,000 out of that $1 million is going to be amortized over the lease term and paid back to the redevelopment agency. I do want to mention that the reimbursement is what it is. It's reimbursement, so we're not fronting the money. It's going to be as construction costs incur. So with that, I'm going to back up 3 slides because it's all about the restaurant, really, and let Elliot talk about that.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, and thank you so much for considering this project. It is very exciting for me to be here. It is very exciting for me to have the opportunity to open here in the city of Las Vegas. I am originally from Mexico City. My family is Lebanese, and I came here years ago, an American citizen, and I take Pledge of Allegiance very seriously. I love being an American, and I love this city. I lived all over the world, and there's something about Las Vegas that since I came 2006 with the chef of the century to open his restaurants at the MGM Grand, something happened in this city, and it's a city that I feel is to serve others. That's what hit me. We're here to make people happy, to entertain them. People already come here with an expectation to have fun, and here we are just to be like, here it is. So it's been a pleasure for me as a chef to have the opportunity to be a chef in this city. We have the availability of fish, meat, produce. Everything is just so magical as a chef. Everything's here, and I like to believe that us chefs were just the middle point between like the raw nature and the dish, right? It's not about us. First of all, it's about the guest and it's about the product. So we're just there to be the middleman, to enhance it and to serve you, right? We're in a position of service, and that's the most important thing that I believe as a chef. We're not celebrities. It's not about us. It's about you, the guest, and making you happy. So I've had other restaurants, but Boom Bang, it's been my main success. Boom Bang Fine Foods and Cocktails in Henderson, we do very well. We serve our community. It's I would like to call it an American brasserie. So it's not ultra fine dining, but it's also not a diner, right? Like you can have anything from corn dogs to pizza to a beautiful short rib, caviar. We have it all, and our prices are really available. Like there's a little bit for everyone. We're known for our happy hour. We're in the best happy hours all over. Honestly, we've been very lucky. We've been every major publication has top 14 beautiful restaurants, best 5 chefs in Nevada. It's just been a blessing from God, but I believe it's because me and my team are focused in serving, right? It's about you, the guest. So the project here in downtown is, I like to think of Boom Bang Henderson like the woman. This will be a male. I always like to feel like the restaurant has to be, there's something about it. So it's gonna be a little bit more masculine, super welcoming, big bar. We have a craft cocktail program that my friend Julian put in place. He's one of the top 5 mixologists in the country. And my bartenders have just carried on everything they've learned. And like I said, we keep on winning awards about our cocktails, our service, our happy hour. So it's gonna be a heavy, beautiful craft cocktail program. We juice everything in-house. At Boom Bang, nothing comes from a bottle. Every single fruit, everything that's used, is juiced. Also, my food, it's all around grass-fed, antibiotic-free, organic. Every product, every meat, every protein we serve, it's clean. And I make sure, as a chef, that I visit the farm where it comes from. And I make the trip to, I've been to everywhere, like River Creek, Iowa. And I make sure that it's not just a slogan, but, and some of them don't even have the brand organic, but they're doing everything. They just can't get this done because their fence is missing 2 inches. So I do my research as a chef to be responsible so that I'm supporting the right farmers and the right growers, and that's what we're serving at Boom Bang. Everything is made from scratch. Our bread, our pizza, our sauces, everything's made in-house. And I've had the honor, to me it's really an honor, to have the same team that I've had since day one. I was even audited from the Department of Employment about it because they say that doesn't exist in the restaurant business. And we do. I have the same team since day one. It's a family. We all work together, and that's the same thing I want to see here. I want to build a second family, so to serve you. So like I said, we're going to be open for, well, no, I haven't said this. We're going to be open for lunch and dinner. I think my main goal for now, let's see in the future, is lunch because I see all you and everything that's around us. So we'll have different price points, but I want to have something like, I know you guys have an hour to eat. A lot of people just have 45 minutes. Something like a formula, like you get your soup, main, and dessert for, I don't know, $39 or maybe less, and get it quick in and out.
Thank you so much.
Yes, different like price, small menus. Of course, every other thing will be available. And then, like, I would like to open for dinner with a heavier, more
masculine,
decadent menu. Yes. I don't know what else.
No, that's plenty. You have really defined this beautifully, and we appreciate it. Is there anybody else that wishes to speak on this item? Seeing none, I'd like to close the public meeting. Are there any questions or comments from the council members? Okay, lovely. No action is required on item 37. Is there a motion on related item 36? Councilwoman Diaz.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and welcome to the City of Las Vegas. We've been hearing through Ms. Mapsky about your exceptional offerings in Henderson and how ecstatic we are that you're bringing them to the City of Las Vegas. Just want to ask you, what's the timeline? Because the way you described everything, we could be regulars, and happy hours are going to be so needed. We just walk across to Civic Plaza and have our happy hours as a team. But when do you foresee you being fully built out and ready to greet us?
I mean, I'm hoping that as soon as it gets approved and signed, I know there's like a little bit about permits, like for example, the architect needs to get his stamp, but I according to my contractor, which I've worked with in my other projects, so I trust him, because sometimes, I believe we can be done in 6 to 8 months.
Okay, so by the end of the year?
Yes, I'm really hoping. That is a great season to open with a party and New Year's and all that fun stuff. So, but yes.
Awesome. Looking so forward to that, and hoping everything flows. So with that, I'm going to move to approve agenda item 36.
Thank you so much. Please vote. Post. Motion carries. Congratulations. We're very excited for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Item
so
38
much.
as well, Mayor.
Thank you.
Do you
Right.
Can I just make the motion, Madam Mayor?
Yes, would you mind making a motion on item 38?
Move to approve agenda item 38.
Please vote. Post. Motion carries. Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Agenda item 39. R-8-2026. This is a public hearing. The discussion for possible action to approve a resolution authorizing the issuance of the city's general obligation, limited tax, various purpose, medium-term bonds, Series 2026C, not to exceed $10 million that will be used to acquire, improve, equip, operate, and maintain building projects. General fund and debt service fund. This affects all wards. This is a public meeting that I now declare open. Ms. Lloyd-Liegos.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. This public hearing is to request the approval of a resolution authorizing the issuance of general obligation medium-term bonds in amount not to exceed $10 million. The purpose of the bonds is to reimburse the redevelopment agency for their financial contribution to the Arts District Garage. The Arts District Garage is a public infrastructure investment with approximately $27.2 million. Construction is already well underway, and once completed, the garage will provide roughly 500 parking spaces, along with over 19,000 square feet of retail and leasable space to support the growing Arts District. Approval of the resolution will allow the city to proceed with the bond issuance.
Thank you so much. Since this is a public hearing, is there anybody else wishing to be heard on this item? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Are there any questions or comments from council members? Okay. Is there a motion, Mayor Pro Tem?
Move to approve. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please vote. Post. Motion carries. Thank you so much. We will now be pulling forward items 53 through 53B and 58 through 59C before proceeding with the rest of the agenda. We will now hear items 53 through 54B and 58 through 59C together, but act on them separately. Item 53, 25-0382, abeyance item on the following land use entitlement project request on 22-77 acres on the northeast corner of Washington Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard. 53A, 25-0382-GPA1, abeyance item general plan amendment from PF Public Facility to H High Density Residential. 53B, 25-0382-ZON1, abeyance item rezoning from C-V Civic to R4 High Density Residential. Item 54, 25-0383, abeyance item on the following land use entitlement project request on 50.54 acres generally bounded by Washington Avenue, Maryland Parkway, Saginaw Street, and Las Vegas Boulevard. Item 54A, 25-0383-GPA1, abeyance item general plan amendment from PF Public Facility to H High Density Residential. Item 54B, 25-0383-ZON1, abeyance item rezoning from CV Civic to R4 High Density Residential. Item 58, 25-0539, on the following land use entitlement project request on the 22.77 acres at the northeast corner of Washington Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard, CV Civic Zoned. 58A, 25-0539-DIR1, Director's Business regarding the adoption of the Grand Sawyer Development Agreement between the City of Las Vegas and Greystone, Nevada, LLC. 58B, 25-0539-TMP1, tentative map, Grand Sawyer, for a proposed 290-lot single-family residential subdivision. Item 59, 25-0540 on the following land use entitlement project request on 50.57 acres, generally bounded by Washington Avenue, Maryland Parkway, Sagman Street, and Las Vegas Boulevard, CV Civic Zone. 59A, 25-0540 DIR1, Director's Business regarding the adoption of the Cashman Development Agreement between the City of Las Vegas and Greystone, Nevada, LLC. Agenda item 59B, 25-0540-VAC1, vacation, petition to vacate portions of the right-of-way Harris Avenue and Maryland Parkway, and 59C, 25-0540-TMP1, tentative map, Cashman, for a proposed 781-lot single-family detached and attached residential subdivision. The applicant is Greystone, Nevada, LLC. The owner for items 53 and 58 is State of Nevada, Division of State Lands, and the owner for items 54 and 59 is the City of Las Vegas. The Planning Commission and staff recommend approval of all of the land use entitlement projects. These are in Ward 5, Ms. Summers Armstrong, and our public hearings, which I now declare open. Is the applicant present?
I am. Good morning, Mayor, members of council. Stephanie Gronauer, 1980 Festival Plaza Drive, here on behalf of the applicant Lennar Homes. We're very excited to be here today with what we believe to be a hopefully catalyst project in the downtown area with over 1,000 new for-sale homes for the residents in that ward and hopefully people who want to move to the downtown area. The goal is to make these 1,000 homes hopefully the most attainable homes in our valley, or at least some of the most attainable homes price point wise in our valley. So we're really excited to present this. Before I do that, though, I do want to say some thank yous. The councilwoman, we really appreciate all of her vision and direction for this project. I know this is near and dear to her heart and going to very much change her ward, so we appreciate her direction and her working with us. Also, Mike Jansen is your fearless leader who's phenomenal, and this project wouldn't have been here without his vision. So
we're going to keep him.
we very much appreciate Mike and his staff. Dina Babsky is amazing. We're continuing to work with her on some subsequent applications you'll see. Also, the planning department, Seth, Peter, and all of their team, Public Works, Joey, Lucian, and their team, the fire department, your city attorney. It's been a real team effort to get to this point, a little bit over a year, I believe, and so I just want to very much thank them for their recommendation of approval, but also all the work and energy that went into this project. So with that said, just first I want to orient you to where we're at, because this is a real significant acreage-wise project. So if I could just direct your attention to the overhead. Hopefully you can see both of these. There we go. Maybe just zoom out a little. There we go. On the south portion, this is what you all know as the former Cashman baseball field. So this is a little over 50 acres of property. You can see in yellow, it's on the south side of Washington Avenue, on the east side of Las Vegas Boulevard, and then Maryland is to the south side of the property. I wanted to show you both because they're across the street from one another. So this is the former Grant Sawyer property that was used for state office buildings for years and has sat vacant for quite some time, currently owned by the state of Nevada. This is a little over 22 acres, and that is the other portion. So we're looking at about 70 acres of land that will be redeveloped, and as I mentioned, hopefully be a catalyst to everything in this area for future things to come. I'm going to go a little out of order and start with Cashman. It's just a little bigger project. So for Cashman, both applications are basically the same. There's a GPA to change it, actually, that was reduced from the GPA to high to a GPA to medium, so I want to make sure that's on the record. Also, there's a zone change for both properties to R3 zoning. They both have development agreements attached to them, and mostly it's because we really do have some really unique urban product type that needed some specific development standards and design guidelines. So those are attached to the development agreements for both of those properties. And then we've got tentative maps. So once, if hopefully this is approved today, the maps will be ready and Lennar will be able to close on the property and then start development. There's also a vacation application that sometimes can be of concerns to neighbors because they think a street is getting vacated. That's not the case. It's just simply there's excess right-of-way on this area here in Maryland Parkway and then Harris Boulevard. So it's a kind of a cleanup item that Public Works and us worked on, so I just wanted to make sure that everyone understood that application. So for Cashman, this is the concept. I'm starting with the fun pictures because I think that's the exciting part. So Cashman has a typo. This is not Cashman's plural, and it will not be the name of the community. It's a concept, but certainly a very, very cool concept you can see here with sort of a mid-century look to the community. This will be the main entrance point at Washington Avenue where you have a gated entry, both ingress and egress, and then you'll see some kind of entry feature there that will, I'm sure Lennar will come up with something creative to capture the history and significance of this property. You can see beautiful fencing and gated entry that will be there. Something similar I will show you for Grant Sawyer, which the entryways are right across the street from each other, so it'll be a really nice visual along Washington. This is the landscape plan for Cashman. So you can see I was just referencing that main entry off of Washington. There's also another gated ingress and egress off of Maryland Parkway. And then there's an emergency and an exit only a little bit further west on Maryland. And there's already a condition in your backup that allows for that exit point for the residents that will be up here in this area along the south. You'll see in pink here, this is 2.6 acres that's going to be reserved for a future commercial development. We have to parcel it off, and then we will sell it to a commercial developer or maybe your redevelopment agency if they're interested for something really unique and hopefully spectacular along Las Vegas Boulevard in between the Natural History Museum and the Neon Park if they stay there. And again, hopefully to service the area from a commercial standpoint. There's obviously a need down there for these 1,000+ homes that are coming, as well as the residents that exist in the area today. So that'll be an exciting component of this. Also, when you drive in, you'll see the amenity area right when you drive in. So there's about an acre of open space on this. This will have a pool with some cabanas, a play structure with tot lots, a really great trail that's along this fault line, and significant elevation grade. I know you've all been out to Cashman Field. There's that huge difference in the parking lots. And so that was contemplated in this site plan you can see, which will be quite the exercise for residents to have that trail there. There's 4 different product types in the property, which makes it a really, really great property, but every single unit, homeowners will own a plot of land. So there are detached and attached townhomes within this project, and I'm gonna just quickly walk you through some of the product types because I do think that's exciting. This colored map shows you the 4 different product types in their areas. In yellow, this is the, excuse me, this is the detached townhomes I was referring to, and I'm going to show you a picture of them quickly just because I think the elevation is really quite spectacular. It's going to be on both properties, actually, so it'll be on Cashman as well as Grant Sawyer. These are for sale townhomes, but they are detached. You can see this is an urban concept, so they are tight, but they do have their own properties without sharing a wall with their neighbors. The way they live and the way these were designed are phenomenal, just because you've got an option for a next gen on the bottom floor, which is super important in our economy these days. There are parents that are living with families or children who can't afford to buy homes that are living with families. So this floor plan has an option for either a tandem garage, so you could have a 3-car garage here, or you can have that next-gen suite on the bottom floor. So really, really special product type. The second floor is your living space with your kitchen, dining, living area, also an outdoor deck on the second floor. And then the third floor has your bedrooms and another deck for outdoor space as well. So This is anywhere from 1705 to 1945, and again, that's this product type that's in yellow around the property and then also across the street at Grant Sawyer. The other three colors are all traditional townhomes, but they live very differently and uniquely, so people will have lots of options in this area. These pink ones are basically kind of like condos. They live more like condos. They are threeplexes, and this is a rendering of those threeplexes. You can see, again, 3 stories with front doors. They have 2-car garages. All of these products have 2 cars or 1 cars or tandem. There's a whole bunch of options, but we have lots of parking on the property as well as for visitors. These are 4-plex units in the orange. And these 4-plexes live slightly differently. They are rear loaded, again, with the front entry points, and more long in nature. You can see that the pink is a little bit more of a square that lives like a condo. The orange live a little bit longer in nature. And then up in the corner, you've got 5 and 10 plexes, and the councilwoman did ask us to make some slight revisions, which are part of your backup, the architectural elevations. These will live like brownstones, which if you've been back east, they're really cool. So this will be a nice added product type to the area. And we've added basically a wrought iron stoop, if you will, for lack of a better word, in front of each one of these front doors so that you can distinguish between the front door of each product type. So that's in your backup and already has been provided to staff, showing that amendment that the councilwoman asked of us. From a parking standpoint, I did want to just hit on it quickly because we do have quite a few parking spaces. For Cashman, we have 950 parking spaces on this property for the 781 units, and 169 of those are visitor parking. So we have a lot of parking. You can see in gray here, we've provided parking areas near the park, extra visitor parking all throughout this southern area. And then you can see the little gray dots are basically excess parking. Some on the street. There will be no parking allowed on the driveways. There are some 5-foot driveways. And so I know Peter has added a condition that specifically says in the CCNRs, we would have a provision that prohibits parking on those 5-foot driveways. But those are all pavered driveways. They're really nice looking, so it'll make the appearance of the front of the homes look very, very nice. This is the circulation plan, so you can see lots of walkability through the site, hopefully to the future commercial at some point as well. And then again, the walls. So I think that is Cashman. I will move on to Grant Sawyer. So again, Grant Sawyer is just across the street, 22 acres, the exact same applications, with the exception of the vacation. This is the concept for the entry to Grant Sawyer. This is not the name. It will be some name, but again, this is just to give you a concept of what it will look out like. Again, a gated entryway that'll be very significant off of Washington with the amenity, about a half-acre pool, clubhouse, and tot lot. When I say clubhouse, I mean cabanas. Tot lot area in the center of the site right when you pull in. And then this is the landscape plan. There's a secondary entry on Vision Park Lane. That's the east portion of the property. There will be access to the existing RTC bus stop on Las Vegas Boulevard, pedestrian access here. This lives a little less dense than Cashman. There is a mix of those detached townhomes in the center of the property, as I mentioned, and then around the perimeter you will have detached single-family homes. So there'll be 2-story homes. So you'll have a difference in elevation there. Those homes are pretty significant in size, about 2,000 to 2,400 square feet, detached homes, and it'll just live a little bit differently, a little bit more like a neighborhood, a little bit more intense across the street at Cashman. Again, this shows you the difference in the 2 product types. The blue are that beautiful detached townhome I showed you earlier, and then the yellow are the single-family detached homes. The elevations for those are here. And again, those are different sizes and plenty of different options and elevations for that product type as well. So with that said, I am happy to answer any questions. This is, as I mentioned, really excited to be here. Exciting projects, should be a huge catalyst to the area, and we very much would appreciate your approval.
Thank you so much, Ms. Grunauer. I think before we have questions, I'm going to ask the staff for their report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Peter Lowenstein for the record. Please note there are additional backup materials that include the justification letter, which addresses the amended request from on the general plan and rezoning for both projects, as well as tentative map sheets and building elevations, which cover the wrought iron fencing on the stoops. The proposed changes support the vision of the 2045 downtown master plan and will provide some future high-density residential development in a key redevelopment area. The proposed development agreement conforms with all the NRS 278 requirements. Through the proposed development will be consistent and compatible with the surrounding area and would provide much-needed housing stock in Las Vegas downtown. As such, staff recommends approval of the land use entitlements with the following condition amendments. So I'll probably revisit this when we take the motions, but condition number 3 on 25-0539 TMP1, which is item 58B, and condition number 6 of 25-0540-TMP1, which is item 59C, to include the following sentence at the end of the paragraph of those respective conditions. There shall be specific reference to the prohibiting of parking on 5-foot driveways. With that, thank you.
Thank you so much. Does the applicant agree to the conditions?
Yes.
Right. Is there anyone else wishing to be heard on this item? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Are there any questions or comments from the council members? Ms. Summers Armstrong, would you care to share with us your thoughts?
I'm really overwhelmed and excited. When we knew that we needed to sell Cashman, I had such grand hopes, and I think that they are being fulfilled today with this proposal. We know that we need housing desperately, especially affordable and attainable housing within our community. And I was demanding, as I am, because I really want our community, those folks who need this type of housing, to not get just any old thing. That when they make that turn onto Washington and into their community, that they know that the city of Las Vegas cared about what was going to be there, that we had high standards for the development of this community, that their lives and the lives of their children and their families that are going to grow and enjoy homes there is important. And I'm really, really excited that Lennar was up to the challenge, and I thank you for that. I'm just excited. I think that this is going to really, really change the trajectory of that community there. And I'm looking forward to going out into the community and talking to people about this, letting people know that there are home ownership options, that there's support with grants for teachers and folks who have moderate income to be able to afford to live in this community. And we're going to do our best as a city to make sure that you are safe, that you are happy, that your nearby parks are nice and clean, and that this is just a great place to live. And it's happening in Ward 5, and I'm really excited about that. So thank you, Mayor.
Before I ask for a motion, is there anybody else that would like to say a few words? Yes, Ms. Kelly.
Thank you, Mayor. I too am excited. As a native Las Vegan, this is phenomenal. I had a briefing with Stephanie yesterday, so I got to see this in advance and ask a lot of questions. Very excited. I know that they worked very closely with you, many iterations of, you put, from how it was explained to me, your heart and soul into the layout, which I know there's a much better word for a project than that, but they were talking about sight lines and just so many elements, and just the product is beautiful. I hope that this is phenomenally successful and a model for what we can be doing in the city to help with housing that everybody can access, because I think no matter where you live, it's a big deal. But in this particular area, boy, am I glad to see this happening, and it's terrific that this land and this property in this space has worked this way. So congratulations on getting to this step. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anybody else? Okay, Ms. Diaz?
Thank you, Mayor. It's truly exciting to see the revitalization of these two sites. Obviously, we were all a little bummed when the state pulled out of Grant Sawyer, and were worried about what was going to happen with under-activated spaces. And then Cashman, we've been chasing whales for a while, not being able to land anything. And I just think housing is an awesome opportunity for our community, access to first-time home ownership, and living in an area of town that I think is so awesome because it's so centric. You can get to every part of Southern Nevada pretty quick from there. It's a hop on the freeway going one way or the other. And so I think there's a lot of value that this project is bringing, and it's really close to Ward 3. On the other side of Bruce, starts my ward. And so it is kind of a corridor. Washington is a corridor that is shared amongst wards, and I think I drive past this site many, many times a week. So I'm going to keep a close eye on it, Councilwoman Summers Armstrong, as it goes vertical. But super excited to see this come to fruition, and thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. I too want to lend my support to this project. I'm so excited about it. And for me, it's a little personal. My father was a waiter when I was growing up, and we never had a whole lot of money. But the first time that we purchased a home was when we moved to Las Vegas a few years after, and we'd always been apartment dwellers, and that was perfectly fine. But my parents wanted something else for us, and we bought a home near Valley High School because I went to Valley, and it was $33,000 to purchase. It was one of the old party homes, cinder block homes in that area off of Eastern, and it changed our family's self-image. We owned something. We belonged here. We were property owners, and were part of this community. And it made all the difference in the world in my family's psyche that we were no longer dependent on others for lodging. We had a place of our own. And I know that that will be something that hundreds of families are going to experience in this area. And I am so excited for the future of this project, but more importantly, the future of the city of Las Vegas and the impact it's going to make. So congratulations, and thank you, Lennar, for being a visionary in this area. And now I would like to ask Ms. Summers Armstrong for a motion for items 53A and 53B. Did you want to speak? No. Oh, I'm so sorry,
it's
Mayor
just-
Pro Tem.
It's just a request, and I mentioned this to Stephanie as well, Ms. Gronauer, is if it's at your discretion, like if there's a way the city and Lennar could partner as Cashman is coming down. There's a lot of us that have memories of Cashman, and maybe a way to kind of celebrate what Cashman meant to this community. And also, because of the accessibility of the site, it's also very close to Ward 1. I just want to point that out.
Is there a ward that it's not close to?
And Lennar would love to do that, by the way, so happy to.
I just think that it's hilarious, the sibling, I won't say rivalry, but the push and pull. This is so important to all of us,
Yeah.
right? And so we're looking at this as the hope for the future for our city, and I'm really excited. And Mayor, if I may, go ahead.
You may, please
All right.
make this motion.
All right, so do I have to do them individually, legal counsel?
No,
Yes.
you are, I'm sorry, voting, you are making a motion for 53A and 53B at this time.
Through you, Madam Mayor, as amended.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I move to approve 53, 53A, and 53B as amended.
Thank you so much. Please vote. Post.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, are we, there we go. Motion passes. And Ms. Summers Armstrong for items 54A and 54B,
Through you, Madam Mayor, as amended.
as amended.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I move to approve item 54, 54A, and 54B as amended.
Please vote. Post. Okay. Motion carries? It did, okay, motion carries. And for items 58A and 58B, Ms. Summers Armstrong,
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I move
Madam
for
Mayor.
approval of 58.
as amended.
Wait, with the
58.
amended condition on 58B, please.
I move for approval of 58A and the amended
Amended condition number 3 on item 58B.
and the amended condition on 58B.
Please vote. Post. Okay. Motion carries. And lastly, Ms. Summers Armstrong for items 59A through 59C as amended, as changed, as conditioned, and anything else that Peter says.
On item 59C.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I move for approval of 59, 59A, B, and C as amended.
Thank you so much. Please vote. Post.
Excuse me.
Motion carries. Thank you so much, Ms. Grunauer.
Thank you very much, and happy birthday again.
Oh,
Madam
thank
Mayor.
you so much.
Thank
I've
you,
been
Dorothy.
celebrating for 3 days now.
I know, I love it.
I'm exhausted.
It's fun.
We will now continue with the remainder of the agenda, starting with item 40. Agenda item 40, recommending committee bills eligible for adoption at this meeting. Councilman Knutson, would you like to have the bill read?
Yes, Mayor.
Bill number 2025-41, an ordinance to amend LVMC Section 6.4.155 and 6.69.10 to update the definitions of the business license categories Transportation Network Company and Reflexology respectively to align with state law and provide for other related matters.
Move to approve.
Please vote. Okay.
Aye.
Any no?
Aye.
Okay, we're all right. Motion passes. Agenda item 41, bill number 2025-42. Councilman Knutson, would you like to have the bill read?
Yes, Mayor.
Bill number 2025-42, an ordinance to amend LVMC Section 6.2.150 to clarify the requirement that separate licenses or permits are needed for each assumed or fictitious business name being utilized by a business and provide for other related matters.
Move to approve.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passes. Agenda item 42, bill number 2026-1. Councilman Knutson, would you like to have the bill read?
Yes, Mayor.
Bill number 2026-1, an ordinance to adopt that certain document entitled Development Agreement for Monument Hills Master Plan Community, including the incorporated Monument Hills Development Standards and Design Guidelines, Monument Hills Parks Agreement, and other incorporated elements, and to provide for other related matters.
Move to approve.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Oh, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. How about that? Any opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item 43, new bills. Items 43 and 44, bills 2026-2 and 2026-3 will be heard at the recommending committee meeting on Monday, February 2nd, 2026. City Attorney, will you read the new bills?
Yes, ma'am. Bill number 2026-2, an ordinance to adopt that certain document entitled Development Agreement for Property formerly known as Cashman, including the incorporated Cashman Site Development Standards and other incorporated elements, and to provide for other related matters. Bill number 2026-3, an ordinance to adopt that certain document entitled Development Agreement for Property formerly known as Grant Sawyer, including the incorporated Grant Sawyer Site Development Standards and other incorporated elements, and to provide for other related matters.
Thank you so much. New bills 2026-2 and 2026-3 are assigned to the February 2nd, 2026 recommending committee members, Councilman Knutson and Councilwoman Diaz and Polensky. If any so designated are unable to attend, the clerk's office will coordinate finding substitutes as necessary at my direction. Thank you so much. Now we'll move to agenda item 45. Items 45 through 48B are on the consent agenda, are considered to be routine, and are recommended for approval by Department of Community Development. Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion to approve this consent agenda?
Move to approve.
Although, are we back on? Okay, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. I'm on 49. Yep. Items number 49 through 50B appear on the one motion, one vote agenda and may be considered in one motion, one vote, as they are routine items with no condition changes. If any person representing an application or a member of the public or member of the council not in agreement with the conditions and all standard conditions for the applications recommended by staff should request to have that item removed from this portion of the agenda. Item 49, 25-0497, applicant owner, Massandra, 6701 Delray Apartments, LLC, on the following land use entitlement project request on 9.42 acres at 6701 Delray Avenue and 1750 Santa Margarita Street, R-PD18 Plan Development, 19 units per acre, Zone Ward 1, Mr. Knutson. Item 49A, 25-0497-VAR1, to allow an existing multifamily residential development that does not conform to approved plot plans Z-0048-80 and Z-0078-88 for setbacks R-PD18 residential plan development, 18 units per acre zoned. 49B, 25-0497-VAR1, to allow an existing multifamily residential development that does not conform to an approved plot plan Z-004291 for setbacks R-PD19 residential plan development, 19 units per acre zone. Item 50, 25-0501, applicant owner, Board of Regents of the Nevada System of Higher Education, on the following land use entitlement project request on 18.59 acres at the northeast corner of Charleston Boulevard and Shadow Lane, T6-UG, T6 Urban General Zone Ward 1, Mr. Knutson. Item 50A, 25-0501, VAC1, petition to vacate a portion of the right-of-way, Wellness Way, 50B, 25-0501, TMP1, UNLV Shadow Campus for a proposed one-lot commercial subdivision. The Planning Commission and staff recommend approval of all items. These are public hearings that I now declare open. Is there anyone wishing to be heard on items 49 through 50B? Hearing and seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion for the one motion, one vote items 49 through 50B?
Yes, Mayor. One quick disclosure. On item 50, I do teach in a doctoral program at the School of Environmental and Public Affairs for UNLV. I do it once a year, and I co-teach. I don't think it impedes my judgment in any way, so I will be voting. And with that, I will move to approve items 49 and 50 on the one motion, one vote.
Thank you so much. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item 51. This item was held in abeyance to the February 18th, 2026 City Council meeting. Agenda item 52. Items 52 through 52C were withdrawn without prejudice. Items 53, this item was heard earlier in the meeting. Item 54, this item was also heard earlier in the meeting. Items 55. I beg your pardon? Which one?
55. Oh, so we have to do the action?
All righty, thank you so much. All right, item 55, 25-0466, abeyance item on the following land use entitlement project request on 0.97 acres at 2747 North Rainbow Boulevard, C1 Limited Commercial Zone. 55A, 25-0466-VAR1, abeyance item to allow 39 parking spaces where 43 are required. 55B, 25-0466-SUP1, abeyance item for a proposed 3,800 square foot alcohol on premises full use. The applicant is Rhythm Roast and the owner is BJH Property LLC. The Planning Commission recommends approval on the entire land use entitlement project. Staff recommends denial on the entire land use entitlement projects. These are in Ward 1, Mr. Knutson. They are public hearings, which I now declare open. May I have a staff report, please?
Thank you, Mayor Seth Floyd, for the record, and I apologize for making you read all of that because staff is going to be requesting that this item be remanded back to the February 10th, 2026 Planning Commission meeting to re-notify and rehear this item as the applicant has requested to intensify the use, and so we need to go back through that process. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is there anyone else wishing to be heard on this item or these items? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Are there any questions or comments from council members? Yes? Oh, no? Okay, no waving at me. Okay. Is there a motion, Councilman Knutson?
Yes, Mayor, my motion is to remand this back to the Planning Commission on February 2nd, 2026.
Okay.
Correct, except February 10th.
Excuse me, February 10th, 2026. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item 56. 25-0390-SDR1, Site Development Plan Review. Applicant Kivan Khorshid, owner, Dental Training Center and Digital Lab, Inc., for possible action on a land use entitlement project request for a proposed 6-story, 70-unit mixed-use development with 2,177 square feet of commercial area with waivers of Appendix F, interim downtown Las Vegas development standards, Area 2 on 0.30 acres at the southeast corner of Gas Avenue and 7th Street, C1 Limited Commercial Zone, Ward 3, Ms. Diaz. The Planning Commission recommends approval. Staff recommends denial. This is a public hearing that I now declare open. Is the applicant present? Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. Would you state your name?
My name's Roberto Piedra, 2140 East Pebble Road, Suite 140. We are proposing a 6-story multi-use development. The first floor is going to be retail with the residential office. The top 5 floors will be all residential units. We will also have a basement for additional parking. We are requesting waivers on reduced parking. We feel that we are providing a live-work environment, which is consistent with the downtown redevelopment area. And with that, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much. Before that, may I have a staff report?
Yes, Madam Mayor. The proposed 6-story, 88-foot-tall development is out of scale with the surrounding area in the Founders District, which predominantly consists of 2- and 3-story developments, as demonstrated by the numerous waivers pertaining to required on-site parking spaces, landscape buffers, lot coverage, and building setbacks that do not conform to Title 19 development standards. Staff has determined the subject site as proposed will be overbuilt. Therefore, staff recommends denial of the requested site development plan review.
Thank you so much. Is there anyone else wishing to be heard on this item? Seeing none, I'm going to close the public hearing. Are there any questions or comments from council members? Ms. Diaz?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Mr. Piedra, I was hopeful or hoping that you all would come back post-Planning Commission to kind of see where we were with the development project. I know that I received some information about it back in October, but since then, we as a council have received multiple presentations and multiple information that make me rethink a little bit about how to best move this proposed project forward. So it's my hope that we can meet and discuss my pain points on some of the waivers that are being requested, and then come back in a month's time. I really think a month, giving ourselves a month to kind of go back and forth and see if you're amenable to some tweaks would be helpful. So my recommendation today is to hold the matter in abeyance until a month from now. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay,
thank
so
you
that
so
is
much.
going to be my motion. I hold agenda item 56 in abeyance to the February 18th meeting.
All right. I've got no, all right, we'll just do it verbally. Are all those in favor of Ms. Diaz's motion to hold us in abeyance for 1 month, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll look forward to seeing you here in a month.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Agenda item 57, 25-0473-SUP1, special use permit, applicant Jerry Durr, owner, JLC Nucleus LLC, for possible action on a land use entitlement project request for a proposed 2,400 square foot alcohol on-premise full use with a 3,400 square foot outdoor patio area at 926 West Owens, a C1 limited commercial zone, Ward 5, Ms. Summers Armstrong. The Planning Commission and staff recommend approval. This is a public hearing that I now declare open. Is the applicant present? Is the applicant present?
Yes, I am.
Oh, there you are. Okay, would you like to tell us about your project?
Yes, this is a Taste of Class Lounge and Venue. It's basically for seniors, so they won't have to go far, so they have somewhere to go and have somewhere to go and plan parties, family reunions, picnics, and all that. But it's basically for our older people, not for the young, it's just for the old. People my age, 70 and over. Give them somewhere to go and something to do.
Thank you so much. May I have a staff report, please?
Thank you, Mayor. Seth Floyd for the record. Mayor, the staff recommends approval of the special use permit subject to conditions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is there anyone else wishing to be heard on this item? Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Does the applicant agree to all of the conditions?
Yes, I do.
All right. Are there any questions or comments from council members? Ms. Summers Armstrong.
Thank you, ma'am.
Before I
Yes.
call on you, let me see, is there anybody else wishing to speak? In that case, Ms. Summers Armstrong, and at the end of your comments, will you make your motion?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and thank you so much, sir, for coming before us today. I am very concerned about the location of the proposed outdoor, the facility, which would be selling alcohol. My understanding is that I live in the community. Although this Planning Commission is approving this, has said it was all right, I'm concerned about the impact on the surrounding community to have an alcohol facility in this area. We have, we have some situations in the community, and I'm just not sure that this is a harmonious or compatible use in that area.
But we're going to have securities, everything there.
I understand. I also have received concerns from long-term businesses that are in the area that have concerns and that have seen other facilities that have been in that area that have caused issues because of selling alcohol out. And so I'm concerned about this. And you also did not come to talk to me about this so that we could sort of work through some of the issues.
Well, nobody told me I had to come talk to you. Nobody tell me nothing. I'm new to this too. Nobody tell me anything. Nothing. If I didn't know that, I would have came and talked to you.
Okay.
Nobody told me anything.
All right. So I am inclined to offer you an option, and that is to obey this for 60 days. And let's talk about this. And so, because I do have concerns about having an alcohol facility in this community.
But they're going to have the bar right across the street, the Spanish bar right across the street. So what's the difference?
Would you be willing to have an abeyance for 60 days?
I'm still paying rent for the place for nothing. You know, I'm not making anything on it.
Would you agree to an abeyance? Because my other option could be to deny it. So would you like to obey for 60 days?
Yes.
Okay. Madam Mayor, that would be my motion.
Okay, and you will be coming after speaking with the councilwoman. Do we need 60 days? How about we do a 30-day so you can come to some arrangement and he can move on? Can I offer an amendment to your motion?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would accept that amendment. 30 days?
Are you comfortable with 30 days?
Yes.
Then we will look forward to seeing you back, and I'm looking forward to a robust conversation between you and the councilwoman so we can vote in favor of this and move forward. So with that, the motion is a 30-day abeyance, and I'm not sure what
February 18th.
the February 18th meeting. Are there any other questions or comments from members of the council? In that case, shall we vote? Let's see if this technology works. Please post.
Aye.
Oh, is there anybody opposed? In that case, the motion carries. We'll see you back here in 30 days.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Agenda item 58, this item was heard earlier in the meeting. Agenda item 59, this item was also heard earlier in the meeting. Agenda item 60, set date on any appeals filed or required public hearings. I would instruct the city clerk to set the public hearing dates and appeals from the City Planning Commission, meetings and dangerous buildings and nuisance litter abatements.
Will do, thank you.
All righty. Citizen participation. Public comments during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the City Council. No subject may be acted upon by the City Council unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. This is your opportunity to address the council, but the council is not able to respond or engage in dialogue. Are there any members of the public who wish to speak under this portion of the agenda? Welcome, and please state your name for the record.
This is public comment.
Yes, indeed.
Terrific. My name is Alan Snell. I'm a bicyclist and journalist here in the Las Vegas area, and I'm here to talk about a public safety issue. And that has to do with our road safety and bicycle safety issues that Las Vegas has to deal with. As you know, the bicycle crashes, the road deaths have been gaining a lot of attention. And I have some bad news for Las Vegas. I actually did some research, and I was kind of curious about your bicycle safety plan. And I learned that a national organization called People for Bikes, which ranked all 2,901 cities that they looked at. Las Vegas, you came in at 2,073rd. To do the math, you're at the 29th percentile. That's appalling. That's bad. And I'm here to talk to you about, to see if you guys can start reevaluating your priorities to make our road safety better here in the metro area. 20 years ago, when I worked at the Tampa Tribune, I actually left the newspaper to work on road safety issues. I actually worked 6.5 years, full-time, traffic safety, bicycle safety. I was so upset that bicyclists were getting killed that I actually left journalism. And I said, I gotta walk the walk, bike the bike. I worked 6.5 years of my life, created a coalition of bike shops. We made safety on our roads a public policy issue. Not just among the other ones, we made it a top public policy issue. I'm here to tell you 5 ways that you can do it. Number 1, you have to lower your speed limits. People go way too far, lower the speed limits. Number 2 is your engineering of the roads, the infrastructure. I just passed on a photograph to your staff about a utility pole blocking a sidewalk on Industrial right by the Chicago corner. I just couldn't believe it. There's just a utility pole just blocking the sidewalk. These kind of things have to change. You have to start building bicycle and walkability infrastructure.
Would you mind finishing up?
A third way is you're gonna have to start enforcement. You know, one of the kids, there were 4 kids, 4 students killed going and leaving schools. It's an incredible number. And one of the girls who died was on a bicycle who veered around a parked car in a parking lot. Real cities would send their police to every school and ticket every last car parked in the bike lanes. I actually bicycled around your city just the other day. You have about 10
more seconds, so can you tell us the rest? You're already over time.
Right. I would also, Steve Wolfson is working on punishments, and I would, again, plea with you guys to make road safety a top issue for 2026.
Thank you so much. Agenda item 62, council emergency. Oh, okay. It's our Nimnod. Okay.
Hello again, mighty council and birthday girl.
You'll have 2 minutes, Mr. Nimrod.
Methuselah went to 969 years young. You're still a baby. You can find, my name is Eric Melchizedek Christ Nimrod. You can find my twin brother Christ in the 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, conquering the crucifixion on the Roman cross. He's alive and he's a winner. As long as religious people worship the death of Christ and not his victory over death and the cross, cancer, heart attacks, suicide, etc., homelessness will never be cured, because the law of attraction is you attract that which you worship. And most religious people worship Jesus' death and not his conquering of death. So I'll say that. Now, I have doubts about Public Works 24 to 29 since they involve the RTC, whose buses always run late or don't come at all. Your safety is our top priority is their slogan. Getting to your destination on time and safety should be their top priority, because RTC is running pathetically. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Agenda item 62. Council emerging issues. Discussion regarding potential items for future city council agendas. This affects all wards. Any discussion must be limited to whether or not proposed items shall be placed on a future agenda, and no discussion regarding the substance of any proposed topic shall occur. No action shall be taken. Do any members of the council have any topics that they would like to bring forward under this item?
Yes, Madam Mayor, if I may.
Yes, you may.
As we undertake the renegotiation of our franchise agreements with our local utility providers, I would like to propose that we consider including provisions that require regular coordination between the City of Las Vegas departments and staff and those utilities, so that we can assess the current condition and capacity of our utility resources in the redevelopment areas and in our older communities, and to collaboratively develop strategies to improve service delivery. That is especially important to me and others as redevelopment accelerates in these areas and where existing infrastructure and services are often insufficient to meet the current needs, let alone support future growth.
Thank you so much. Is there any other member that wishes to speak under this agenda item? If not, before we go to agenda item 63, it has come to my attention that our Director of Communications, who does so much more than that, Dave Riggleman, this is his last meeting with us. He will be retiring after 26 years. He has done a yeoman's job. I was hoping to get a few more years from him, but I certainly understand his reasoning and his enthusiasm about retiring at this point. He started our TV station. He built a team that we currently have. I, for one, have loved working with you this past year. You have helped me in so many different occasions when I was getting my footing as a new mayor. And I would like to open it up to my council members to see if anybody would like to say anything. Yes, Francis.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Mr. Riggleman, probably having the largest land use application in the LDS Temple in July of 2024, your preparation and guidance with that was truly remarkable. There's no way that I could have withstood the pressure or even the 5,000 people that were here during that process. A lot of that credit goes to you. You were thoughtful. You are a great counselor. You are a great mediator. I'm not sure what you have planned, if you're going to do any consulting in the future, but I would say executive coaching and providing your wisdom and guidance is critical, or should be critical in that whatever you decide to do in the future, it's your superpower. You got a cape and you got a mask and you've protected the city, and I thank you for your service.
Thank you so much. Ms. Summers Armstrong?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would just like to say thank you, David. I can remember watching you on television before you came to the city. I thought you were a superstar, rock star then, and I know that you are one now as I have gotten to know you. Thank you for putting us in such a great space, for creating a team of people who are professional and dedicated and driven to put us in the absolute best light, to help us reach our community in ways that we never had before. You guys are on top of it. They follow your lead. They reflect your principles for professionalism and grace and kindness to all of us. And I wish you the absolute best on this next leg of your journey. I know it's a little shaky. I've been there. I know how it feels, but I'm here to tell you there is life after the badge. So congratulations to you and Godspeed.
Thank you. Mr. Knudsen?
David, we're like a family. You can always come back. So you can come back as an elected official, or there's a new volunteer program, and you're more than welcome to come back. And I've made the offer. I expect you to be there with a white jacket on because you're part of a family, and this is our home. So thank you for everything. I appreciate you.
Ms. Diaz?
Thank you, Mr. Riggleman. You truly are part of the Las Vegas City brand. I think so many people have become so used to your likeness, so used to your charisma, and you're just such a class act. So it's with sadness that we have to part ways, but there is going to be happy days ahead of you, because I'm not sad that you're going to be connected to your phone 24/7, keeping us apprised of every world event. Any mention of Las Vegas, you got to kind of reach out to us, and you're going to get your sleep back. That's what I'm saying. But I wish you the best, nothing but the best. You've been nothing but amazing while I've been here, and I wish you well as a new, soon-to-be grandpa too. And I know that you're going to have lots of fun being there for your family and your little one.
Thank you so much. Ms. Bruni.
Thank you, Mayor. Like the mayor, Mr. Riggleman, I'm sad that we don't have more time together. I really appreciated the way that you have sort of taken the new folks on or in and provided guidance and, you know, gentle hand leading us through different things and keeping us out of trouble. So I will miss your friendly, smiling, warm face. I think as my colleagues have shared, we know that you are part of the city team, and so I'm sure you'll be back for every state of the city and some of our big events, and I look forward to seeing you and your grandbaby then.
Yes, Ms. Kelly.
Thank you, Mayor. I am not sad for you. I am thrilled
sad
for
for
you.
us.
I am thrilled for you. You've spent a lifetime in your profession, and a good portion of it, half of it maybe, at the city. You have had to change through administration, sort of. And countless moments that demanded steady leadership and communication through all sorts of issues. And you're expected to do that at your best every day. You deserve this. And I'm so thrilled that you're in a part of your career where you are going to be celebrating this next chapter of your life with your family. Everyone knows you. And I hope you're not coming to State of the City. I hope you're watching them. I hope you're watching them from home, if you even want to watch it. Yes, or not even worried that your vacation happened to be when the State of the City was happening. Your influence is woven into this organization, and will continue to guide it well. I want to thank you for your dedication, your judgment. I know, we had a chance to visit, and, everybody has their own individual experiences, but the ability for you to be here today, to hear the accolades and have such a long tenure through so many different elected officials and different bosses really speaks to your diplomacy, your eloquence, and your professionalism. And you're going out on top, and enjoy it. Maybe it will take some time, but you get to, the community is ready for, as the Mayor Pro Tem said, for you to re-engage at any time. Of course, you may be engaged already in ways. There are bike issues, for example, and I'm not making fun of that. But I will tell you there is a vacancy in Ward 2. You're a Ward 2 resident. It doesn't cost very much, and you could, don't shake your head, because before, wait a second. I was one of those people who shook my head. But what I'm saying is, you could throw your hat in the ring and just see how it goes, and without having to raise any money and talk to neighbors. And I will just say, doing so in an open race when there's not an incumbent is the best time to run. And so you've got 6 weeks or so to think about it. So with that, I'm looking forward to you. Thank you for being my colleague, and I'll continue to represent you well in the ward.
David, I guess she's going to be chairman of your election committee, but prior to that happening, would you say a few words? We'd love to hear from you.
Mayor, Council, I'm just, well, I'm overwhelmed and very honored to hear what you had to say today. I've told Mike this, it's been the privilege of a lifetime, really, to be able to not only work for the city of Las Vegas, a city that I absolutely love. The mayor's heard me say this, it's the best city in the world, without a doubt, no question in my mind. But to get to work with this organization, with the 6 city managers I've worked under have all been great, every one of them. I've worked under 3 wonderful mayors. Mayor, you are carrying the torch. You're every bit as great as your predecessors. And 25 different council members. And I've just been fortunate that through all those years, the city's just had wonderful leadership. I look at all of you now, and we're in good hands. I'm a resident of the city. I'm going to be here for a while, obviously now, because there's some family additions coming. But I just know the city's in really good shape because of the people that are sitting up here and sitting over here, and then my team too. I couldn't have asked for a greater team of people to work with. We do everything as a team. We've had many miles together over the years, and they're always there for me. Couldn't have done it without any of them. I'm so proud of each and every one of them. So, Mayor, I'd just like to say thank you to all of you. Your words today mean so much. They're something I'll cherish for a very long time and will remember for a long time. I don't know if I'm ready to run for public office, Councilwoman, but I appreciate the kind words on that front too. So to all of you, I just an immense thank you, and God bless you all, and thank you for the opportunity to serve this great city and this great organization.
David, we wish you every success and happiness as you embark on the next chapter of your life. And we know that it'll be as fulfilling and as meaningful as all of the chapters in your life so far. So congratulations on a retirement very well earned. My pleasure. All right, agenda item 63. Council member recognition. Comments made by individual city council members during this portion of the agenda will not be acted upon by the city council unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. Ms. Summers Armstrong, will you like to get us started?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We'll be brief. We have had quite a few amazing events in Ward 5 over the last couple of weeks. On January 16th, Sweet Honey in the Rock was at the City of Las Vegas, West Las Vegas Theater. This is a nationally recognized group. They actually did a children's performance on Friday, and then they did a paid performance in the evening that was sold out. It was amazing, and I was very pleased to have an opportunity to introduce the group to our community, and we're looking forward to having them come back. On January the 17th, our community came together in joy to celebrate the Martin Luther King holiday weekend at the Taste the Dream Festival and Community Resource Fair that was held at the historic West Las Vegas School and bled over onto the WETC campus. We had food trucks, all types of resources were there. KCEP did the music, they held it down and kept the crowd engaged. And I would like to say that we had people from all across the nation there. They went on TikTok to find out what was happening in the community, and I met some folks from Delaware that had come all the way from downtown to enjoy Taste the Dream. So I think this really is a testament to how we are marketing ourselves and what can be as a cultural tourism in historic West Las Vegas. On the 17th, we also, well, that was Monday. Oh, that evening, I forgot, was the Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship Banquet. I hung out there with the mayor and some of our other elected officials, and the mayor was sweet enough to give a proclamation to Mr. Busby, who's the national president of the the Urban Chamber of Commerce. We had so many illustrious folks there, and we had a great time, and congratulations to the Martin Luther King folks for putting on an amazing event. On Monday, we attended the 44th annual Martin Luther King Jr. Parade. Every single year, this event becomes larger. We were 36th and first. I rode Big Red behind the mayor. She was not on Big Red, y'all. She was
Little
in a
yellow.
convertible. Okay, she was riding pretty. I was in Big Red with some other community folks. And then I went and walked with schools from Ward 5. So we had the Western High School Band, we had the dance team from Western, we had kids from Parsons Elementary, Vegas Vista, and Bunker Elementary, and they walked with me. We didn't even have to ask hard. We had over 100 kids. And so it was amazing to be part of this. We didn't even get started till noon because there were so many other folks that were there. This is an amazing event. I think it's the largest in the nation. And again, congratulations to the MLK Parade Committee. Upcoming events this Saturday at 10 a.m. We have Sitting with Chandra at Becker Tech at 2221 Maverick Street, where we will be entertaining questions from our community, providing information on what's happening, and we encourage you to please come out, hang out with us, get an update, ask questions. I'll be there. On the 7th of February is a Night of Expression talent show that's going to be at the Sammy Davis Jr. Festival Plaza. Bring your blankets and lawn chairs and enjoy some really wonderful performances. And our signature event in Ward 5 will be happening on February 21st, which is Love on Jackson. This annual event has been a hit. Last year was the largest. We're hoping this year will be even bigger. We will have music, food, games, all kinds of resources and community organizations there to talk about what they're doing in the community. Just want to let folks know that between March 16th and 20th, there will be Splash Spring Break Camp. So please, at the municipal pool over on Bonanza, the cost is $150. I believe there may be opportunities for scholarships, but so please call the number to make sure your kids have something to do during spring break. And it's important that our kids learn water safety, so this is a great opportunity for them to do that. And finally, my team. I'm so grateful to them. You see Nora, Julius, and Ara. They hold it down for Ward 5. If you ever need to reach us by phone, we are at 702-229-5443. We also have a newsletter. We would love you to sign up for it. And if you just want to drop us an email, we are at ward5@lasvegasnevada.gov. Thank you all and have a great week.
Thank you so much. Miss Allen Polensky.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. On Wednesday, January 8th, Councilwoman Diaz and I welcomed a delegation from Busan, South Korea, to City Hall. This is my ancestral home in South Korea where my mother's family lived for many, many generations, so it was very special. The group was visiting Las Vegas, of course, to attend the CES convention. Las Vegas is a place where bold thinking is encouraged and where partnerships across the world help shape our future. The presence of Korean leaders and innovators here at City Hall reflect Korea's incredible influence on technology. The following morning, I was lucky, and on Thursday the 8th, I was able to host a Korean delegation from Onsong City. Yes, Mayor Pro Tem, your park is named after the city. For those who are interested in learning about sports, tourism, major events, and daily life in Las Vegas. It was a great experience, and I truly appreciate the opportunity to host both groups. Next up, later that afternoon, we broke ground on the regional pickleball complex located at Wayne Bunker Family Park. This will be the largest pickleball-only facility within the city of Las Vegas. With 24 new courts, this project meets the growing demands for pickleball and expands our outdoor recreational opportunities in Ward 4 and in the city. Very excited to see this project officially underway after about 6 years. Miss Rosa, please land the plane on time. I look forward to seeing you at the ribbon cutting. Next up, on Wednesday, January 14th, we took an important step towards honoring the service and sacrifice of our veterans. The Nevada State Veterans Memorial begins a new chapter at the Thunderbird Family Sports Complex and will serve as a permanent home for our powerful bronze statues honoring American military service through the Revolutionary War to today. This memorial will be a place of reflection, healing, and education, created to honor the more than 200,000 veterans who call Nevada home. Thank you to everyone who attended this groundbreaking, including the mayor and MPT. It was truly an incredible morning. And on Saturday, January 17th, I had the pleasure of attending the SAPA luncheon. That stands for South Asian Political Network. Indian Americans play an important role in Southern Nevada, and I truly appreciated the opportunity to speak at this event. During the luncheon, I shared updates on several exciting projects coming to our city and to Ward 4, and we discussed how these initiatives will positively impact our community. I was honored to be the guest speaker for the day, and it was a very engaging session with a thriving Q&A portion. And Mayor, someone took the mic and said, Mayor Berkeley came to my house for a party, and I'm so proud.
Oh, that's great. I attend many parties.
Yeah,
I just need to be asked.
Yes, ma'am. Next up, registration is open now for the Dazzle Prom. My favorite event of the year. The Dazzle Prom will be held Friday, February 13th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. This event will be a magical evening where individuals with different abilities can dance, celebrate, and make unforgettable memories. There are still spots available. Please RSVP by February 8th. And next up, there are 12 missing teens from our community. If you have any information that could help bring them home, please contact LVMPD Missing Person Detail at 702-828-3111. And lastly, you can stay up to date with community news, our Ward 4 updates, and upcoming events, all the happenings in Ward 4 by following me on Facebook, Instagram, and X. If you ever need any assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out to Ward 4 team directly. We're here to help you in any way we can. The old-fashioned way is best, 702-229-2524. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. And at the event that we did the groundbreaking for our Veterans Memorial Park, not the right name, but still, the gentleman that happens to be president of the Purple Heart Association, who I know is a very good friend and strong supporter of you, he reminded me that Las Vegas is a Purple Heart city, and I think that's something that we should be very proud of. Thank you so much. Mr. Knudsen.
Thank you, Mayor. Today is National Personalized Learning Day. The day inspires educators to use innovative strategies and tools that make learning more engaging for every student who has different strengths, needs, and interests. And it's the 18th Annual Las Vegas Senior Idol Showcase. The 18th Annual Las Vegas Senior Idol Showcase is having its second show this Thursday, January 22nd at the Charleston Heights Art Center. The variety show features talented performers ages 50 and better in vocals, dance, music, and comedy. Mr. Williman, this is your show? You're going to be there, right? Just to make sure.
I will be the MC tomorrow. Looking forward.
Yes.
The performers range from age 55 to 90.
Yes, and it's a packed house if you go. So
it's sold out.
Yes.
And we had so many people sign up this year to be participants that we had to do it in 2 different shows, one last week and one this week.
Heavens.
Yes,
So-
this is very popular, so you can't get a ticket. You'll just have to ask Mr. Wiggum about it.
Exactly, or I'll sneak you in the back because I know you guys. So it's in Ward 1, Councilman.
It is
as you
in
know.
Ward 1 of the
Yes.
Charleston Heights Art Center. Thank you for being the MC. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Diaz.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. 2026 is off to a very strong pace. We started the year by unveiling the night we met across the way at Civic Plaza, and the mayor, my Arts Commissioner Fawn Douglas, and our awesome staff were there celebrating this public art installation. by the local artist, by our very own local artist, Crystal Ramirez. Her beautiful piece captures the moment so many people fall in love with our awesome city, Vegas. She was inspired by the classic Ronette song, Be My Baby. The piece pays homage to our city's iconic neon tradition and the original facade or breeze wall of Caesar's Palace designed by Jay Sarno. So if that kind of looked familiar, many moons ago, that existed on Caesar's Palace out in front. We were fortunate that Jay's daughter, Heidi, attended the special event too. She's right there next to the mayor. And this beautiful piece is Crystal's first public artwork installation, and I hope it's the first of many. Just want to thank Maggie Plaster and her fabulous public art team, Jennifer Clevin, and so many more that keep the art coming to our fabulous city. On Wednesday, January 14th, La Bonita opened its 8th supermarket. And one interesting fact is that when I was a college student, I got to do the ribbon cutting for their first supermarket on Stewart and Ogden. So this was kind of cool to go now and open their 8th. The Martinez family is such an integral part of our community for fresh produce. If you don't want to cook, they have a kitchen and everything's ready for you right there. So if you're a working mom, you can scoop up your dinner and not feel guilty about it. So if you haven't checked out La Bonita, I highly recommend the experience. This one located on Bonanza and Nellis is their biggest flagship store. So stop by and you won't be disappointed. On Wednesday, January 14th, we also that same day had an Adopt a Spot sign dedication with Janina Sanchez, and Arlene stopped by with Vanessa Acosta from our Department of Neighborhood Services to kind of support Janina's vision to help keep that area clean and adopt a spot. So I want to thank her for her leadership and the vision to wanting to be part of the work it takes to improve our community. Janina is an amazing ambassador. She is Miss USOA, Mrs. Downtown Las Vegas 2025. And so that's really cool to see her be a role model for her 4 children and mothers across our city. And we just wanted to put, did you know that you could adopt a spot? Because we all have spots that we need a lot of TLC given to. So if you're interested, take a look and reach out, and we'd love to be there for your sign dedication too. This past Saturday, I was a lucky person to witness the graduation of over 50 plus individuals who successfully completed an 18-month program through Shine a Light. It's called the iPath program graduation. And so all of these folks actually came out of homelessness to self-sufficiency. And I was there to witness the moment and just rejoice with everyone because they've been able to secure employment, obtain a bank account, obtain financial literacy, and be connected to so many support groups to keep them, to keep cheering them on this journey back to being the best versions of themselves. So congratulations to all the graduates, and especially Shine a Light for all the impactful work they do in our community. On Monday, January 12th, we're going a little backwards in time, but we took a tour of the UNLV School of Dental Medicine. And I know Dr. Ma is probably sad that his picture is no longer going to be up there, but he kind of gave us a tour of the new Advanced Needs Clinic, and it's over a $2 million investment that set up this clinic designed to serve patients with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and it's soon to open, and it also will serve children with cleft palates and craniofacial anomalies. So I want to thank UNLV President Dr. Chris Heavey and Dr. James Ma for being there to personally give us this tour and educate us more about the upcoming work that will happen in that space. Last but not least, I just have a few PSAs. Free tree, please. We need the trees planted in our city. We need everyone, all hands on deck to volunteer. So if you live in 89101, 89104, 89110, or any of the other listed zip codes, you may qualify for a free tea. So please reach out so we can get that in your hands. And lastly, never too early, to flag shredding events. And so we all are in that time where we have to be gathering all of our documentation for tax purposes. So also remember to start setting your documents aside for shredding. I'm joining LVCEA in this offering to our community. So we will accept papers, but not heavy binders, credit card or bank cards, electronic devices, or wet or damp paper. So check the do and don'ts, and I think we will also be collecting expired meds at the same time. So save the date, Saturday, April 17th, 9 to noon in Ward 3, 857 Northeastern Avenue. And that is it for me, Mayor.
Thank you so much. Ms. Bruni.
Thank you. We kicked off January by hosting our monthly Bocaditos with Bruni, where we were joined by our neighbors and heard their questions and concerns about road safety and business development. I was pleased to join my colleagues, Mayor Berkeley and Councilwoman Chandra Summers Armstrong, and attend the 18th annual citywide Unity Prayer Breakfast, where faith leaders across the valley came together to reaffirm their commitment to serving our residents and addressing community needs in our valley collaboratively. I was pleased to join my colleague, Councilwoman Diaz, as we attended or toured the UNLV's new Advanced Needs Clinic. I know she covered it, but I do want to, again, shout out UNLV. I mean, this was a state-of-the-art clinic, and so thank you to UNLV for their continued commitment to provide first-class healthcare to all of our community residents. Last week, I attended the quarterly meeting of the College of Southern Nevada's Institutional Advisory Council meeting, where we continue to discuss the development of the Northwest Campus and funding options. Thanks to the steady leadership of Randy Robison, our city's Director of Government Relations, who serves as our fearless IAC chair. Last Friday, I participated in our Nevada Commission on School Funding meeting, where a group of esteemed policymakers and district superintendents continue to explore ways to direct K-12 education funding to our schools to improve academic outcomes. Last weekend, we held our most recent book club meeting, where participants discussed God of the Woods, which is a rather long but excellent book if you're looking for books to read this year. Yesterday, I attended the quarterly ComStat meeting, where we received updates on the Campus for Hope and heard from agencies that are partnering to support our unhoused population. Speaking of the unhoused, if you are an early riser or you're looking for ways to get engaged, Southern Nevada is conducting its annual point-in-time count next Thursday, January 29th. Volunteers will kick off the work at 4 a.m. We are desperately in need of volunteers still. And I can't underscore or underemphasize how important the point-in-time count is, because our federal funding is tied to that number. So please, if you have a few hours, come out and join us. I know I've signed up for the first time just to make sure that we are able to accurately count all of our unhoused. Speaking of additional future opportunities and events, next Thursday, January 29th, from 6 to 8 p.m., we'll be holding our next town hall and first one of the year, where we will be informing neighbors about the steps they need to take with the city before they start adding casitas or additions or RV garages. We'll also be hearing from the Southern Nevada Water Authority, who will provide an outlook on water as it relates to growth and development. On February the 11th, we'll be hosting our quarterly small business breakfast from 8:30 to 10 a.m. at the Centennial Hills Active Adult Center. We've got guest speakers and networking on the schedule, as well as a free, delicious breakfast. If you're a small business owner or an aspiring entrepreneur, please consider joining us. Please RSVP at our office so we can make sure we have enough food for everyone. Join us Thursday, February the 12th from 9 to 11 for our monthly Bocaditos with Bruni at our satellite office at the Centennial Hills Y. Stop by to meet your neighbors and share your concerns. And finally, my colleague covered this one, but please, if you are in need of a little joy, please consider attending and joining as a buddy. We're looking for buddies to support our young dancers who attend. As always, we want to hear from you. Please call us at 702-229-5463 or email us at ward6@lasvegasnevada.gov. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ms. Kelly.
Good afternoon, or is it still morning? Oh, good morning, great.
Still morning.
I am really I get so inspired by all y'all, and I'm really excited to tell you that I had a terrific, where I'm reaching out to our homeowners associations and our constituents, and here I am at the beginning greeting. We had about 40 folks who showed up for the Queensridge for their homeowner association. We had a lot of open dialogue. It was a terrific meeting, and that's not just my personal only opinion. Got a lot of really great feedback. We talked about the preserve. We talked about some of the other development. And we're working with the Queensridge Homeowners Association during the development of the preserve to make sure that the Homeowners Association is communicating with its residents on construction timing, or what have you. We talked about how sound travels so easily in our desert, and when they're going to start grading in May, and that's going to be the beginning of the construction disruption. And what we all want is both sides. Everybody wants to be done as quickly as possible. And explained what the city's role is at this point. Had a meeting with Lennar beforehand, so I'm very excited about the what I hope is to be a partnership moving forward, and ability for the city to make sure that development is as beautiful and terrific as it was agreed to be. So. I also am meeting with the Piccoli Ranch Homeowners Association this evening, and those will continue on. I like to support other wards as well, and so I too was at the night we met. When it'll be the next slide, which was terrific. That unveiling I really enjoyed. Hearing from the artist, it was so wonderful that it was a local artist. This was my first event that I've attended with public art, and yet another thing that makes me so proud to work here. And to hear her inspiration, and I love this piece of art. It feels good, it looks good, and boy, is it. I think the term is Insta-worthy. I'm not really quite sure. Because I have to ask, where I am on that, how unworthy I am, but I hope that our visitors and our constituents take some time to go look at that piece of art that's here at Civic Center. I also wanted to share that I had the chance, as many of us did, to be help celebrate the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, Tacos and Takeoff, and learn more about their drone program. Got to visit there with Captain Fennis, who's the captain of the Summerlin Area Command. Captain Fennis once a month comes to the Breakfast Buzz to answer questions from the constituents and attendees, and I'm so appreciative of that, because that's really an extra thing that he does. But it is so Nevada. It is so Las Vegas. We are so accessible, and I continue to be impressed by all of your efforts to do so, and all of our staff efforts. And of course, got to help celebrate Vince at the end of his time with us. And then we're going out into the community, and we're going to be having mobile office hours on the next slide tomorrow from 9 to 11. And we've been promoting it at the Veterans Community. We sent the Veterans Memorial Community Center. First time I'm doing it. I think it's the first time it's been done there. And I'm hoping that helps us be accessible, and then we're going to be doing, and going to be doing others at different times of day and different times during the week, as we try to be as reachable for people with different schedules, etc. So very excited about that. And then upcoming events and more too. I just mentioned the Breakfast Buzz. We took a break in December. I'm also thrilled to announce that I'm not announcing it, it's been announced, but I will be on Saturday at the 99 Ranch Market grand opening, which is in Boca Park. It's that large space that was vacated many years ago by Vaughn's. And we all have had vacancies in our communities, and they're very tough, and we know that in those larger what could be called strip malls. I'm sure there's a more eloquent way to describe them, but the main tenant is often the one that helps drive the traffic. And while Target is there, that Boca Park is a very big space, and I'm really excited. I'll be helping them to welcome them and celebrate with their grand opening on Saturday. So very excited about that. And as always, in the next slide, I still have a home phone. I'm proud to say it. And I like to use my home phone. And so is the way I love how Councilwoman Alan Polinsky says, if you're old-fashioned like I am and like to use a phone, then just call us because we answer. I have staff that forwards office phones to their cell. Email us at ward2@lasvegasnevada.com. That is the best email. I do not have a personal email that I look at very often, and so even if you want to contact me, that's the best way to do it. We answer every contact. Like I am almost certain that every other council person does here. It gives me such pleasure to continue to be here. And while I know that I may be done in June, I hope that there are 30 people, David Riggleman, who throw their name in, and which may keep me here till November, which would thrill me. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman. This city council meeting is now adjourned.